Hello teacups, what's brewing? Lovely to see you. Usually this is the point at which I tell you this is the video we're reacting to today, but wow, a lot happened. A lot happened yesterday. There were a lot of live streams. Now, I did consider sitting here and doing like a condensed milk, a bit like I did not that long ago, a few videos ago, just to give you an indicator of how much footage there's been. But I frankly didn't have the patience with her. I've been quite annoyed with Foodie the last 24 hours. And I didn't want to give her that kind of time. I didn't. Like, I think if I'd had well, I suppose I did have the ability to just step away and be like, nah, fam. But I didn't intend to stop my reactions. So if I was going to continue, then today's video was really one that did need to be touched upon. Was it today's? Was it yesterday's? The timeline. Man, the timeline. But her most recent videos really kind of did need to be touched upon. I couldn't just ignore them. But it was a lot of hours and I wasn't willing to do it. I am going to tell you a little bit about some stuff that happened sort of near the beginning, before the big reveal, shall we say. But for today's reaction, I am going to be using Just Saying's clip show of the main information, the lies we're going to be talking about. Yeah, and her admitting to the lying. A few things are relevant before that, so let's just have a little talk and then we'll get into that, just as a little time saver. So thank you very much to Just Saying for clipping down this footage. It saved me a lot of time and rage, basically. a lot of emotional investment that I didn't want to spend on her today. And I will link down her original channel down below if you would like to give it some support. It was really helpful. Thank you so much. Okay, I don't have a lot of notes in terms of her timeline with me today. I don't have any, in fact. Usually I'll make a few and I just couldn't be bothered. It is boiling up here, so I've got iced coffee and iced water today. That's how we're rolling. So the lives really started with Chantal in kind of a mood. And that wasn't helped by the fact that noticeably her members only chat, because it was members only at that point, was really impatient with her. And there was a lot of questioning of why people are still blocked and a lot of sort of just requests for accountability there. And unsurprisingly, she did not give a lot of accountability. She argued that not that many people were blocked. She offers a membership that doesn't really offer any more content. The only real advantage it has is that members can talk in the members only live streams, which have been more frequent of late because she hasn't wanted any accountability about anything she's been doing. So it's been much easier for her just to enable live streams as members only. So that's been happening more and more, and her memberships have been growing. The last she said she was nearly at 500, which, given that she charges $5 a month, girl's making bank on this. Like, how long she can sustain it with her shenanigans, I'm not sure. But she's making some money. And if that's the only benefit you really get, I mean, yes, you can use some emojis, but if you can't chat in the chat, then you can't use them. So what's the point? The only benefit really is being able to do this, because she doesn't have any members only content that's like not viewable by public. And she's been banning a lot of people. She gets angry and she bans them. Her mods ban them. And she went for a while where she's claiming, no, I'm not doing it, and I don't think the mods are doing it, but has still not contacted YouTube if that's a problem, in which case, there are solutions there you're not following up. And now has basically just been arguing, I've got so many people banned, it's going to take a long time. I don't care. I don't care if it's going to take a long time. If you are taking people's money with the promise that they can do something and then blocking them from their ability to do it, that is services not rendered. And unless you can prove that whatever they're doing was bad enough that it went against the terms of service for YouTube, you don't get to block them. Yeah. Now, if they're coming in with hate speech, yeah, report them to YouTube and block them. I'm here for that. Do it. That's part of the YouTube terms of service. But if you're just saying, I've got a really thin skin and I can't handle any criticism, that is not a good reason to steal people's money. Because if you're blocking them from the ability of talking, which is a privilege they are paying for, You don't get to do that. Now, you can refuse to do memberships, but if the members, you've got to have a thicker skin. Doesn't mean she should take every piece of hate that comes out there, but it does mean there has to be some kind of set of parameters, set of rules, set of conduct in both ways, from the creator and from the audience in terms of membership. Now, YouTube has terms of service. They have behavior they accept on platform and behavior they don't. And if they're going against that behavior, go for it. But if they're not, you've taken their money, and part of taking their money is listening to them. So I'm getting very annoyed and just kind of sick of this whole argument, because if you're saying, oh, it's going to take time, this conversation has been going on since the start of memberships. It's been going on for weeks. And at this point, she's had enough time. She said she doesn't want to unblock everyone, but that would be the fastest way to close this topic. Unblock everybody. Reblock them as fast as you like if they irritate you. But unblock everybody, and then you have the ability to come on and say, I've unblocked everyone. I now have no control. Everybody has been unblocked. I have no one in my hidden users. We are done. And she's not doing that. And that's irritating, and I think in some ways is theft. That's my opinion. YouTube might not agree with it, but I'm amazed. I'm amazed people are still joining. Especially considering the whole attitude she had in that first live stream was pretty appalling. And any creator that cared about their audience would not talk to their audience in that manner. And she was. And to the point where I had to check, I was like, is this definitely a members only live stream? And it was. And because I couldn't believe she was talking to members like that. Okay. The only other real thing of note, she has the same kind of talking points that she always has. She had a live called Frenchie, where she went out and got a bubble tea. We saw a little bit of Ottawa. But in that live stream, because she'd had a lot of talk about Dom, about how she's not seeing him anymore, and more to the point in the earlier live streams, not that she wasn't, but that it was none of our business, that she was never going to talk about the guys on camera again, which is a complete lie, but it was none of our business, rather than no, even if I was, none of your business. We've talked a little bit before about how that's not a no, and it just feeds speculation. Just say no if you mean no. But in the Frenchie live, and this is the important one, she outright said, no, we're not, we both blocked each other. Now, I'm not sure kind of how in the timeline this worked, because the one we're going to react to, she's talking about when they blocked each other. And, you know, when she diets and she talks about how she's eating and like, oh, I don't eat junk food, for example, if she reports it to a doctor, I don't eat junk food. And in her head, that's an acceptable truth because she's been on this diet for 12 hours. And so for 12 hours, she has, in fact, not been eating junk food. It felt in hindsight a little bit like that. I don't know if maybe the conversation she had with him, the argument she had with it, ended up with them blocking each other, was something that happened. Because when in the live stream we're going to react to, she said earlier today. So she'd been seeing him the whole time. But earlier today, we blocked each other. So did that happen before the Frenchie live stream? So when she's like, no, we're not, technically, however misleading, that was true. I don't know, but it seems like the kind of thing she does. Like I said, we've seen it before again and again when she discusses food and the things she does and the things she eats and how she exercises and goes to therapy and eats the right foods because she did it at some point in the last few hours. And you're like, well, that's not really the same thing. It felt a bit like that. All right, this has been quite long. Sorry, guys, I know it's 10 minutes, but I felt that was an important thing to cover before we get to this beauty. Can I just say I feel really stupid? I feel really stupid. And I was getting really annoyed with the comments that were like, poor Milk, no, sweetheart, too precious to live. Of course she's seeing him. And I was sitting here like, fuck you guys. Because seriously, in my own life, I have had times where I have kind of gone along with what a crowd of people have been saying, even when I haven't really believed it. And it's led to me having falling outs with friends and just to me being in situations where I regret. And I am really aware that as a community, it's really easy to fall into kind of a mob mentality, for want of a better word, and to just say, oh, because of this, this must be true. And we do have a tendency as a community to make a really big deal of quite small things. So based on my own personal experience, based on the fact that I know that, I do try and give the benefit of the doubt where I can. Or if someone says, okay, well, this happened, and you go back and actually know someone speculated this happened, I like to step back and be like, hang on, is this true? Do we have evidence? Let's wait and see, you know? And this time that did not serve me very well. And I feel like a fool. I feel like a fool because I was sitting here genuinely believing, no, okay, I think she's done with him. I hope she's done with him. I think she's done with him, as she was moving on talking about these other guys. And it irritates me. I feel like it feels like such like a mom or dad move to be like, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed, but I'm also a little bit angry because, and this is the thing with our audience in general, when she comes on and says she's been lying, she makes you feel foolish. And it's not fair to us, and it doesn't help her. So, why, like, if you're gonna lie, never admit it, ever. What are you doing? I realize that's not the point. Like, lie better if you're gonna lie. I realize that's not the point, but as an audience member, I feel lied to, I feel stupid, I feel made a fool of. And that's just what it is. So let's get into this clip show, shall we? This comes from her final live, or her most recent live as of filming called, I think it was just called Ugh.
If I tell you this story, this for me means that I will officially probably never speak to this person again. And number two, you're going to be mad at me.
Okay, so why are you making the choice to do it? I think I know the answer. I think you just have no other content, and she really likes to gossip. Because she's lacking real life friends, she's lacking that kind of circle of girls that she could have these talks with. She brings it to the internet, and if she really keeps it off the net, then she's got nowhere to be like, guys, you won't believe it. And so we hear it despite the fact that doing so is quite damaging to her relationship with her audience, however far gone that relationship might be.
So, if you don't want those things to happen, I'm not going to tell you, but I could use some insight from people.
Yeah, because I got no friends that I talk to.
My hair grew a little bit? Or is it not? Is it just me? It doesn't feel like it's growing.
It looks the same.
Alright, so I did continue to see Dom after. So whenever I found out that message and I went absolutely nuts and brought his laundry back,
oh, we remember.
I was supposed to stop seeing him, and I had it in my mind that that was going to happen.
What happened to that?
And I was like, you know what? I'm not talking about him anymore at all because he had gotten in a fight with me. He really, really hated that I talked about him. He didn't want me to talk about him. He didn't seem to believe me that he didn't think it was an accident, and he didn't like...
Kind of rightly at this point. I mean, she seemed pretty high. Jesus. I've just seen a fly this big come past my window. I'm glad I didn't open it. She seemed fairly high when she was filming. So it's possible it's an accident, but also she kind of had a lot to prove. And had she just pre-recorded that, she could have avoided this. So she didn't make the most basic of effort to keep her word to not show him. In which case, intentional or not, it's still your fault.
You know, like the picture I drew of him, like...
yeah, that was nuts.
I want to make this 100% clear. I 100% understand why he's angry. Like...
Okay, that's irrelevant. You know why? Because, and she does this a lot, making a statement of fact. I understand this. No, guys, I get it. No, I'm crazy. No, I understand why he's angry. The whole point of that understanding and that statement being worthwhile is that it leads to a change in behavior. And it never, ever does for her. Ever. So saying, I understand what I did was wrong. I understand I lied to you guys. I understand he's angry. is meaningless if it doesn't result in something, and it never results in anything.
I don't pretend to not. I understand.
No, you don't pretend to not, but you don't change. We're still talking about it.
Well, what happened after that? What happened the day after that? We had talked it out or
This is your
something. I don't know.
timeline.
We like have fucking really bad fights, like arguments, really bad.
Seems a great sign.
We're always fighting. Like sometimes we have moments together that are so good, and then sometimes, like the good is really good and the bad is so bad. And I hate feeling like that. And he doesn't like feeling like that. Like it's like an icky feeling, you know? Sorry for the boobs. Hold on. At this point, I think I realize like I'm in love with this guy. Like,
fuck. Like, that's not the realization I would have at this point. And I think one of the reasons I was so not even determined. I was so determined to give her the benefit of kind of the doubt I had is because if I were to put myself in her place, I couldn't for a single second, no matter how desperately I wanted love, I couldn't imagine doing the things she's done and going back to him. Remember I've said to her before, like, have some dignity, have some self-respect. I couldn't imagine doing all this, sending all the text message, breaking up twice, putting it all out on YouTube and then still go crawling back. I couldn't.
we're very confused about what we are because we never really made it official.
We're very confused, or you're
like,
very confused?
But we would talk about it all the time and have like, you know what I mean? So it was just like, anyway, I was like, I'm in love with this guy. I want to see him every day. I want to see him all the time. I cleaned my house like top to bottom because I wanted him to come here. And we would get in fights like every day, like over stupid shit, like I don't know. I don't want to go into detail what we fight about, but like.
At this point, we are past all thoughts of, I don't want to go into detail, I don't want to share X, Y, Z. You're beyond that. It's too late. Either you tell us or you don't tell us. But this in between of, oh, it was so bad, you guys. Oh, I don't really want to tell you. Beg me a little more.
He'd never call me back, and he'd be like, well, I'm busy with my friends, I talk with my friends, and anyway, it was just like stupid shit like that.
It is stupid shit. And it's stupid shit that she's lost her mind over before. She knows this. Like, he gets to have friends. I don't want to sit here defending crackhead, but he gets to have friends. People get to not text you back for 12 hours or however long it ends up being. It's a reasonable thing, especially when you weren't official, you weren't concrete, you hadn't. And you were saying, lest we forget, that you didn't want a relationship.
And then he found out like what everyone was saying about him online. Like he found out everything online, like what I said about him.
Okay.
People knew his name, whatever. Livid. He was so mad and like so hurt.
The way she said this, and I have asked about this before, I've speculated about this. I don't think when she doxed him, when she put his name out there so he could be doxed, let's be more accurate, when she laid those breadcrumbs, I don't believe she ever told him. I believe that he found out when people started messaging him and he asked her. I don't think she ever gave him the respect of saying, hey, I'm really sorry, I've done this. Be aware that I have a very invested audience, shall we say, and that there's certain information out there about you. And then she just kept revealing more and revealing more. And when she was a little bit pissed off and she was driving back from his place, like she drove from his place to hers so that his location could be figured out. And she knows better than this. So some of it I believe was accidental. I believe flashing his name initially was accidental. But some of it is just she was peeved and, oh no, it was a mistake. But whatever caused it, it was a conversation she should have had. And I'm reading this as I never had that conversation. He found out because people started contacting him. And part of the reason they could contact him is because she sat there and verified his DMs and verified his personal info so that his contact details became available.
And I didn't know what to say. So I went and picked him up and so he could come here so we could talk.
Yeah.
It was just
so if he's saying so we could come here, so that's a conversation they had what Clean Queen was 4 days ago. How long's it been since she doxed him? Like, there's a big old gap right there.
Rocky since then, like, really bad. We had a really good night here, but it was, like, awkward a bit.
Yeah, I bet.
And he, like, showed me so many messages from, like, people, from women, from my haters.
Guys, I think it's fucking nuts that people are messaging him. I really do. I think, and I'm saying this as a reaction channel that follows her closely. I think there is a line, and I think that's over it. If you're starting to get to the point where you're contacting her in real life, for me, that's the line. I think that's too far. And from the sound of it, she's had a lot of people do that, and I'm just like, yeah, no.
Different people, like, is this your fan? Do you know this person? And I'm just like, you know, like, why are you talking to these people? But I don't know, like, I was like, oh, I'm just messing with people. No, but the thing is like, okay, where am I going with this?
I don't know.
Where am I going with this?
I don't know.
Okay, so what happened was, we agreed we're gonna like say that we're not seeing each other. I can't go to his house anymore because people, like, like his ex knows about me and is probably watching this right now.
Okay. Because you led people to his address? Maybe that's why. Also, how awkward does it sound that his ex is watching?
So like,
didn't at one point she be like, I'm so much
by
prettier than
by
this
the way.
bitch? Yeah, you should
Very
talk
nice,
to her.
just crazy and angry.
Yeah,
So anyway, I don't want to go into
awkward.
details. Like, I want to try to keep it personal for him as much as I can.
Okay, but you're telling us this story after he has specifically, angrily told you, do not do this. God.
And just get my story out and end it, and get, like, that's it. Because I feel like it really is over because, like, it ended so bad.
Yeah,
but
get
anyway,
my story out.
Where was I?
Because that's the important thing.
Then I brought him home or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so it was fun. Anyway, we just
sound
fight
like
every
it was
day.
fun.
And then all of a sudden, like, he stayed here, not yesterday, but was it today?
Okay, so very recently.
It was the day before. So yesterday morning, I brought him home, okay? I brought him home. And then I saw that email from that crazy, like, friggin' old woman. And she was like...
She always has to go for the age, doesn't she? It burns her that much more.
So I sent that to him, the screenshot of the email. I said, what the fuck is this? Why are crazy women...
Why would you send that email to him? Like, you're the one who opened this particular can of worms. Don't be blaming him for it. Why is this woman contacting me? Because you started all of this and you couldn't shut up about it.
You know, are you going to see this woman? Is it like what? You know? And I'm like, what's going on? He's like, no. And then just like ignored me like all night. And then I called him today. And then it was okay. He's like, I'm not feeling good. And then all of a sudden like we're all talking. And then all of a sudden he's just like, you still talking about like me online?
Yeah, she is.
I'm like, no, why? Why do you keep... He's like...
Oh, actually, in this timeline, no, but she was because she got the email and then she talked about the email, which was about him. So, yeah, she is.
So then, I don't know what he fucking said.
I don't know what he fucking said. I think you do know. I think you do, and it probably was a little bit true for you to tell us because it hit a bit close to home. Because you know what he said. You remember everything else, you know what he said. And I feel like this whole, he suddenly blew up for no reason when we were just talking. I feel like there's more to that conversation that she doesn't want to admit to. I don't know what, but I feel like there's more.
Flew off the handle, I don't know. Hung up. Anyway, we ended up, like, he ended up blocking me. I ended up blocking him.
Yeah.
We were in a huge fight, like, fuck you, everything.
So... Frenchie came after that, right? Because she's saying this happened just before she talked about the email and then she got high later that night. So we're talking a couple of days my time, I think. So that's what I'm saying in terms of the half-truth. No, it's over. We blocked each other. And then just allowing it to sound like, no, we did that however long ago when I blew up and left his laundry, when actually she means I did it this morning.
But we've fought like that before. Yeah.
Yeah, you have, and look where we are.
For what? Because you believe this fucking troll? Like, should you not believe me?
No! Are you literally sitting here telling us that you're a lying liar who lies while being outraged that he doesn't believe you? Do you need the live streams? Do you see how much you've been talking about him? Do you want to send him your book of art? No, he shouldn't believe you. Are you crazy? No, he shouldn't believe you. Every piece of evidence you're giving us points to the idea that you are untrustworthy. Of course he shouldn't believe you.
You know what I mean? Like, should you not believe me?
No! Why are you shocked?
I'm sorry for lying to you guys. It wasn't my intention.
Sorry for lying, but why shouldn't he believe me? Because you're a liar.
Fully knew it. I'm like, I'm gonna lie to them because...
Ooh, there's no reason. There's no reason. I'm sorry I lied to you, but I knew I was going to do it. Again, you know, remember I talked about statement of fact? Well, then I see no change in your behaviors.
Because I didn't want to tell you. I wanted to keep it private. Frenchie is real, yeah. Yeah, other guys are real.
She didn't care about Frenchie.
So, it's not that I felt ashamed, I just felt really open. Like, I felt like it's something that I didn't want to share anymore because...
Okay. That actually, sort of take out that tiny sliver of a sentence from this entire context. It's okay for her not to talk about her personal relationships on her channel. She needs to be a bit more creative as to what other content she gives us then, because she's relying on it heavily. I don't have a problem with her not talking about relationships online. In fact, I wish she wouldn't talk about relationships online, particularly when she talks to the people involved and they say, yeah, please don't talk about me online, because you showing my face, my address, my general performance, and then linking me to illegal drugs, not great for my life. So I get that. But there's a phrase, I keep talking about it, Emily DeBeck uses, which is the shit's out of the horse. The shit is out of the horse. You can't put this back in. Right? You're far too far gone with this particular relationship to not talk about it now. Not only did you make it a talking point on your channel, you made it the entirety of the talking points on your channel. So you have nothing else. You have to at least close this as a topic.
I don't want to talk about it because I know it's toxic and I know people don't want to hear that kind of shit, you know?
Too late for that.
It sounds toxic, right? And that's why I'm saying I don't think it can ever be, even if I have these feelings for him, it's not enough. Because...
So what are we talking about?
It's not working. He gets mad. I piss him off all the time.
She sounds like a very irritating girlfriend to have. I cannot imagine having someone on the end of the phone who, okay, we spoke, we had a nice night together, we spent some time together. I go home, they drive me home, it's all good, good night, bit awkward, good night. I sit down, I have a shower, I call my friends, oh, you want to meet up for a coffee? Great, let's go out. Within however long, I have 20 messages on my phone getting more and more. She sounds an exhausting person to have in real life. Even with the filter of the internet, I find her quite exhausting. I cannot imagine being in a relationship with her.
And especially since what I did, I know it's
yeah,
he probably thinks I ruined his life or something, and it's I just...
Tell me how you didn't. I'm waiting. Think of all the things you put online and then you connected it to him, and then you showed enough of his face to make it very easy for anyone to prove it was him. You confirmed all his information. You wouldn't stop talking about it even after he'd asked you to. And initially, from the sounds of it, when you did leave those breadcrumbs, you didn't tell him you'd done so. Tell me how you didn't ruin his life. Because that's going to have an impact beyond this, beyond his interactions with you. Let's say for the minute, you're both blocked, you never see him again. Let's say this is the cut, the final straw of that. Anyone he goes to get a job with just has to Google his name. It's going to affect him a lot longer than it's going to affect you.
So I'm probably better off out of his life anyways then, because as long as he's in it.
He's better off with you out of his life. And that's... He's a questionably employed crackhead. Like, the fact that he's better off without you is a little nuts.
He'll probably be harassed by people. So, you know what, then, if that's, you know, fine. But don't be mean to me about it.
Why is she
You know, like, God. Ugh. No. Yeah, I probably do.
She's
You
such
were
a
lied
child.
to. I didn't lie to you guys about that.
Yeah, she did.
But I feel like just things happen for a reason, and
I can't take any personal responsibility, you guys. Things happen for a reason. God himself took the wheel. Things happen for a reason. You engineered this. You lied.
this is, I mean, it's so bad already. It's such a bad sign. But why would you get pissed? Like, me of all people, like, I do nothing to him. Like,
Excuse you. Excuse. What kills me is she believes this. She's like, well, but it's good in the moment. And I didn't do anything. Do you need that list again? Rewind my video. Do you need the list again?
I'm so good to him.
So good to him. I just released all his information online. I just confirmed that we did drugs together. I just showed us hi. I just showed his face. I just gave you the breadcrumbs to find his address and his phone number and his dating profiles and his Facebook and his family's Facebook, and had all of that just cemented into the online platform. I did nothing to him. I was so good to him.
Loving,
The
and
disconnection
caring, and giving,
of this.
and forgiving. Like, I'm so forgiving.
So forgiving, you guys. I've never done a thing.
Just feels like I pick fights with him all the time, and it's like,
Yeah,
well,
you
just
do.
don't do. I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm going crazy. It makes me feel like I'm going crazy.
You're going crazy.
Like, I'm the crazy one.
Yeah,
You always think I'm always lying to you, or I don't know. I just.
yeah. You're always lying to us. I'm the one sitting here, seriously, of most of the reaction community that I watch, I would say I give her the most credit. Yeah, I don't mean to sound arrogant, but I would say I do. I'm telling you, you're fucking lying. Like, what do you want from me? What does anyone want from me? Like, oh, you think I'm a liar? You're sitting there confirming you're a liar. Of course I think that.
I brought drama in his life, and he sees it as
Yep.
my fault. I know.
Yep.
I know, and I feel
It
like
is
a
your
total
fault.
fucking bitch for that, but.
Not so much that I'm going to stop talking about it now.
And I'm so sorry. I
So sorry, I'm not going to change my behaviour.
don't know. I don't know how to make that better.
Stop
He says
doing
he
it.
hasn't lied
Good
to me,
start.
but I know he has. I did do something. I mean, I didn't mean to do that to him. It was an accident.
I would take an accident the first time. Like I say, flashing his name initially, I would take as an accident. Everything after that is a choice. I accidentally drew a picture of him and his dick. I accidentally showed his face when I had control over that content and I uploaded that content. I accidentally, knowing what my community is like, knowing that there are people out there that had recently tried to dox him, confirmed his address by driving from his address home. I accidentally made these choices.
It really, really was. It was being really stupid. Ugh, I'm mad at myself.
Not that mad,
No,
clearly.
we're not. No. We blocked each other. It's over. I'm done talking about it.
I very much doubt that's true.
And I'm sorry, but I think it really messed me up emotionally. Like, everything that's happened, it's really messed me up.
That's the perfect freeze frame, that expression. No, I'm so messed up, you guys. One, this is a very obvious attempt at emotional manipulation of our audience, but you should be sympathetic. I've been really emotionally messed up. When people do get very emotionally messed up by abusive relationships, and that's really the narrative she wants to put out here, she should have sympathy. She's done this before with terrible behavior, and I have a clip of it because it was going to go into a react that I ended up not doing. I will put it in here where she sits there, hires anything. She's like, am I emotionally manipulating you guys? And then goes on to really obviously emotionally manipulate. I'll put it in right here.
And if I fall in love with somebody and I might give them all my attention, do you think I could still do content for you guys? Like, or would you stop watching me and be frustrated and like hate me like Molly Elizabeth? I just want to cry right now. I really do. I just want to cry. Because I just feel like so many people are making me feel like I'm making such a bad decision, you know? And it's like, it's just so hard for me because it's like all I care about right now and I don't know how to feel differently about it. And it's just fucking overwhelming me stress-wise, and I think it's honestly giving me an ulcer. Because, like when I puked blood, I feel like, am I like emotionally manipulating you right now? Am I crying to you? I don't know how to feel anymore about anything.
And this is another example of that. She's like, no, I'm really emotionally messed up. No, you were emotionally messed up to begin with, and it happens to reflect in any relationship, if we can call this that you have. The answer is some goddamn therapy. It's not an inevitability, it's something you have control over addressing. Now, how effective your therapy will be will depend on you, will depend on your therapist, will depend on your treatment. There's a lot of factors there. But it is not untreatable. It's something you have to follow through on. And if you're not doing that, don't come to me with this horseshit.
It really has. It really has. Like, it's the last thing I needed. And you know what? I knew that. Because how many times did I say? Well, I've been ending streams, I know.
Yeah, rage quitting streams. Also, how many times did she say? How many times did she say she didn't want a relationship? Why are you not stopping and considering it's not the fact that I'm in a relationship that's the problem, it's the fact that I'm incapable of relationships because this happens. And again, therapy.
Well, Harry Booker, what did you want me to say?
The truth.
You know, you guys are asking, are you seeing him? Are you seeing him? I'm going to say no.
Of course I'm going to lie to you guys. You're only my audience. You only pay my bills.
No, because he wanted it. He wanted our relationship not to be known.
No wonder. No wonder.
So I was trying to make it back secret, you know?
Bit
He
late.
was telling other girls that they were on React channels, telling us when you were leaving his house. What?
I have no idea if that is true. I do know that, like I said, one of the reasons I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt is because a lot of information comes through that we can't verify or gets verified later or just is uncertain or from questionable sources. So but her chat here, I hate how her chat gasses her up. I really do. And telling her this stuff, like, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if someone was reporting back or how reliable that someone is. This is the first time I'd heard that. But the chat is just like, let's stir the pot a little bit, like she needs it at this point.
What do you mean? Taylor? Who was telling when I was leaving his house? What?
That is creepy if it's true.
Gabby! He was messaging girls when you were leaving his place? What? No, what? I bet he blocked me because he feels guilty about something.
I bet that's not it. But I bet it's not.
No, I saw his messages. He was talking to a lot of women.
Yeah. And I still went back. Because I'm special.
But I'm just messing with them. What? He'd like video call my ass.
But you're still there?
Desiree, I know you don't want to hear it, but he is a scam artist. He is in a group of them. What?
I have no idea if this is true, but hey, there seems to be a lot of red flags here. Hi. Regardless of the point, you've blocked each other. What are we talking about? It doesn't matter anymore.
Desiree Rap, what? What?
Also, this is not the first time she's heard this. We've been leveling a lot of accusations about him. By we, I mean her audience, about him since the very beginning. And I have heard the theory that people like him can have a ring of women on the go, and they choose these women very carefully because of what they think they can get from them and how they think they can get them hooked and things like that. So this seems like some particularly bad acting of, what? Let me emote that again. What?
No, what is that about? What?
I'm so shocked, you guys.
I don't know what to think. What do you think, Marissa?
Can't think for myself. Let's ask the chat.
Debbie is like 60.
Oh. And therefore nothing else matters. It's the fact that she's 60, but don't you dare shame people for things they can't change about their bodies, you guys.
Not making it up, but I can't super chat, going to tell you. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Oh my god, I don't even know. See, everything is messing with my head. That's the thing with it being online. I don't know who to believe.
That is a thing with it being online, but there was an easy solution. That was not to take it online.
Do you know what I mean? 100% the dick pic was not his. That was confirmed by him, and I knew it because I know his dick pic.
She's got eyes, so if it's not his, it's not his, whatever. But I don't. It was confirmed by him. And I'm like, excuse me? I think, and actually, give it a second.
Very, very well. That's not even his body. But everything else was him. But the dick pic, he said he sent someone else's.
Okay, this I have a question about. Why did he have someone else's dick pic? Why is he sending somebody? Was it the same dick pic he had when he was offering her a threesome? Does he just keep it in reserve for multi-use? Like, I have so many questions about that. And like, yes, she's seen his dick, so she knows. But like, why would you believe him? And what a weird thing to do.
And I knew it. But everything else, I'm just like, I know I've seen that. Like, I'm like, why are you talking to these women? I never really knew for sure if I wanted to be in a relationship, so I could never, we never cemented it, you know?
Don't
but
do it.
that's not the point. The point is you're saying you're not talking to other women in that way or seeing other women in that way. So you're lying about it.
Okay. That is a lie if he told her he didn't do it. But it would be more an omission of truth if she was saying, I don't care. And you remember, when I did a react to this, I had that clip from when she was eating the chicken sandwich when she specifically said, he can see whoever he wants, I'll see whoever I want. And the point she's making is more the lie than the doing, but to her it's still betrayal. She's still feeling very possessive. And if he had said straight up to her, yeah, I'm seeing other women, we're not together, she'd still be having this freak out.
Just be honest, you know? Yeah. I don't really like the French guy though.
And that's fine. She doesn't need to like the French guy. Like, there doesn't seem to be much chemistry. She seems irritated with him. Like, just don't, like, swipe the other way. Move on.
I'm gonna have to go with one of the other French ones. They're all French.
Why? Just
And
don't
they don't
go
speak
with
any
anyone.
English.
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem. She speaks very little French.
He's not gonna be happy. Oh my god.
But here we are.
What kind of, like, super fucked up situation did I get myself in? As usual.
You are the super fucked up situation that he got himself into. Let's clarify.
Oh my god. I bet you any money, like, I don't know. See, that's what, do I believe it or not? Because saying that
Are we still
whenever I would leave his
questioning this?
house, he would message other girls to come over makes a lot of sense because it's like...
Because it was obvious? Yeah.
It's like... There was one night I felt like he wanted me to go home so bad.
I remember that story.
Like, he kept trying to get me to go home. And I kept, like, sticking around. Like, no, fine, then I'll go to bed. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
What did... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh. Ugh. Ugh.
A+ acting. Can I just point out? We'll give her the Oscar now.
Oh, I just got the boy ick. Ew. Oh, men are grossing me out again. Time to delete my apps.
I mean, it was time to do that. I'm going to say 2 months ago.
I'm not gonna tell you guys personal things about him.
No, go on.
Like, I can't do that.
No.
I want to know what the rumors are. I want to know, like, what proof people have of things. I need to know bad things so I don't go...
So I don't go back, honey.
He would be mad if I told you guys, talked about him at all.
And yet here we are. Ha ha. Oh, I'll let you laugh a bit. It's so funny. It's so funny. I'm glad she finds herself amusing. That's something. Again, with the acting. With the acting.
And I'm alone.
Yeah, it is probably best. It's probably for the best, my darling.
I was gonna take us on a weekend getaway to like a spa hotel.
That doesn't seem to have been planned with the current context of your relationship really in mind. That's the only way I can really think to put that nicely.
Not this weekend, but the weekend after. And I was just talking about that with him, like, when he flipped out on me. Like, we were just talking casually. I called him. Like, I hadn't heard from him for, like, a day and a half. Like, and he asked me that the night he was here if I wanted to be in a serious relationship. If you want to be in a serious relationship with somebody, you think of them throughout the day and a half that you're away, at least in...
Okay, wait. He said did you want to be in a relationship? I noticed you omitted your answer there. What did you say back? Because if the answer is I don't know and I'm not looking for one, as your answer has been, then this whole, if you want to be in a relationship with somebody, you think about them, doesn't track, and you need to think about it.
At least call at night like you say you're going to. Nope, no call. So by 3 p.m. I'm like, I'll call him. That was just like today. So he's like, oh, I don't feel good. I feel like, I don't feel too good. My throat is sore, blah, blah, blah. And then,
any excuse to stay away from
I was like, well, I was just looking at like cool hotels to stay at, like a spa, whatever, weekend getaway, like champagne and stuff. And then he just like fucking flips on me, like flips out.
There is more to that story. And if it's within the context of we had a conversation where do you want a relationship and I said no or I'm not sure and now I'm trying to book us on a couples weekend, like that would be somewhat of a mixed message. I'd understand the frustration.
Flips out. And then hung up on me. And then I texted him and like, it was just like I don't know. He says he wants to be in a relationship with me. He tells me that.
Okay, but what did you say to him? Because if you're not reciprocating, no wonder he's pissed.
He's not it. I know. But
I'm not saying his behavior would be better in a relationship, but if you're refusing to confirm it as one, which it sounds like she is, how can you then go offer to him for talking to other people? Jesus.
I'm crazy. I wanted it to work, I really did. You know what? It's just so much easier to stay single, isn't it?
When you're you, yeah, kind of.
Oh, that sex doll. Whoa, sorry, saggy boobs alert. Don't look it. Don't look.
Stop starting your live streams when you're sitting in lingerie.
Why am I in lingerie?
Good question.
I can just hear reaction channels right now.
Hi.
Sitting in her lingerie, talking about men again.
Yeah, I mean, put a top on. It's not us you're visiting. We don't need to see the lingerie.
Am I really done this time? Well, fuck, what do you think?
I think I would want a very clear answer to that question, and even then I'd be doubting you.
If I'm not, he is for sure. I just talked about him again.
Okay. That's not a no. Like, that's we're currently blocked. That is not a no.
So, it's not. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, I think that's what's best, is that I am done for sure. Because
that is what's best. That's
it's
not
a very toxic
necessarily
relationship.
what's going to happen.
Very toxic. And the Frenchie guy just seems so nice. He's so cute. And he has a dream bathtub. And lush bath bombs.
Good reason to have a relationship with him.
But I just don't think I have the energy to, meet somebody again. Not right now. He sent me a picture of him squeezing his,
Bear bear in mind, I'm not talking about guys with you on the internet again. Also.
It's just his legs were positioned weird in bed. And he was like holding his dick in a weird way, like squeezing his balls. And it was like the most unsexiest pic I ever seen in my life.
Isn't it nice how she respects her partners and she's learned all the lessons of this recent experience?
Like he was squeezing them, like they looked shiny. Like, boy, you're gonna pop one of those. Watch
Thank you for sharing that. I'm so glad we're not going to talk about guys anymore.
No. I can't. Oh. And now I miss his dick now. Oh my god. No, I can't believe I just said that. Oh my god.
I can't believe you've said a lot of things.
Because he did have a really nice one.
It
was really nice. It was really nice. That's one. It wasn't the one in the picture. And he knew it was nice.
He does sound like an arrogant prick when it comes to all the, oh, no one will have sex as well as with you as well as I will and all of that. Like, I have very little patience for that shit.
I know. Sorry, TMI.
Way
Oh my
to
god,
confirm
TMI,
it,
I'm so sorry. Oh my god. He's so right. To be mad at me.
I mean, you're still doing it to Frenchie dude now, so what? It's okay because Frenchie doesn't know about your channel yet.
What I meant to tell you, I didn't mean to tell you in a bad way about him. Or anything.
You did intend... I do believe this live stream has now been deleted, but when she was confirming she saw all the red flags way back when, and then she took it down because that was when she told her... No, that's when she told him about her channel. You've said some things.
I was telling you what happened. It's over. It's like over for good. So now I'm looking for a man that's...
Okay. She's about to launch into a description here. Bear in mind, you shouldn't body shame, and it's about the person, and, you know, you shouldn't focus on these things.
From that kind of, you know, like Morocco or fucking Egypt or...
And at least she's not desperate, and at least she can fuck somebody in her own city, but the guy has to be of foreign blood.
Or something like that. Really good build, like naturally nice build. you know.
She's very demanding, isn't she?
Maybe an 8-pack or 6-pack. Dark eyes. Dark hair. Well, no, it doesn't have to be dark hair. But...
Oh. She's flexible, you guys. It's okay.
I can't believe I told
all those men who felt like they suddenly didn't have a chance. You can rejoice.
You guys my story now. Oh, I don't want him to be mad at me though.
You just said you weren't seeing him again. I don't want him to be mad at me. Shut your goddamn mouth. Then he'd be less mad at you. But why does it matter if he's mad at you? Because you blocked each other. You see this? I think part of her, a very small part of her, is like, yeah, we probably shouldn't be together in any way, and she thinks putting this stuff up will make it an impossibility, the same way she thought selling her car would force her to exercise. I think there's a very small part of her that recognizes all of this in a way that is actually serious, but I think it's a very small part, and I think if he crooks his finger, she'll come. I think she's hoping desperately, if nothing else, he'll unblock her to yell at her, and then she'll have an in.
I really don't. I don't want him to be mad at me. That's the thing. I just don't. I don't know. No, my stuff is still there.
Yeah, because I've got to have that opportunity if I do get more desperate. And that's really lingerie and makeup. Like, she's hoping, at this point, she can't really say sorry, but she can go the other way and make him mad enough that maybe he'll come talk to her. So she'll sit there looking as sexy as she can possibly look, and then we'll hope for the best.
I'm not gonna go get it. I can't.
It's too irresistible.
I can't. I don't want to meet any other dudes right now.
Because she's
I'm
in
definitely
love.
just gonna like blow everyone off again and just focus on myself.
No, you're going to focus on him. Together or not, you'll focus on
I have
him.
to get happier with myself. Like, I have to, how can I be happy with anyone else, you know, if I'm not happy with myself?
That's a really good point, but you're not going to do any of the things to help you get to a healthy mental place where you could be happy with yourself. So, what are you planning on doing? Because if therapy isn't it, I don't know what other treatment there is for you.
You know? Therapy.
Yeah, what a thought.
Oh, what a long road that'll be.
Yeah, it will be, but we're at the end there. Thank you. Again, thank you to Just Saying. Yeah, it would be a really long road, an incredibly long one, because you've got a lot of issues you obviously need some help with. And that's fine, it's fine to have those. But do you not see how much this is affecting every part of your life? And this is what I keep coming back to. I'm like, no, it's going to be hard, but your life is made harder by your emotions anyway. It's affecting every part of you. So just go and do the fucking therapy. It will be hard, but you're going to be living that time anyway. At least work towards a positive result. So, that's what happened. You guys, I got no idea what's happening next. We will find out, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to press the like button, subscribe if you haven't. It's been lovely to talk to you. Bye-bye.